Fridays, so we can preview what's coming up on Mondays, and then Friday, really look back at the stories that you have been interacting with on WKYC.com and interacting with us. So, of course, weather is always a big talker, Holly, and woohoo, it's going to get hot.
I know, it really is. Finally. I mean, some of you, it's been such a picture perfect week, so I feel like there's no room to complain. But a lot of you want that full time and beach time where you're like looking for that August heat and humidity. And you'll notice even today, we're going to hit 87 and more of a partly sunny sky. The humidity's starting to creep up. And as we get into the weekend, mid to upper 80s, more humid. And as far as thunderstorms, I mean, it's going to be isolated chances. So not all of you will see rain, but just know that if it happens to pop in your neighborhood, it's going to be a passing kind of deal. It is not going to completely wash out any of your plants. So just kind of if you're at a pool, say, just knowing that if things start to look a little threatening, you get inside for a little bit and it passes and you're back in the pool on a raft. So that's how it's going to kind of go. And then we're going to keep it hot into next week. By Monday, we're talking highs in the low 90s.
Woo, ACs are going to be on high for the next few days. Thank you so much, Holly. Remember, if you have any questions, you can go to WKYC.com to check out that full forecast from all of our meteorologists. And I know you're looking at Jasmine like, man, she has a pretty cool Zoom background. Nope. She's really live in a store because it is tax-free weekend. We'll get to her in just a minute. But first, we want to start with Mo because she has the biggest story that many of you have been interacting with all week long. And that is, the AGT, they were going to go to live, TV shows soon, but a big contestant really dropped out, a fan favorite. She's known as Nightbirde, but she's from Ohio. And we have updates on that. She dropped out because of her battle with cancer. Mo, what's the latest on that one and how a fan's been interacting? And
yeah, just in case anybody's not aware, AGT, America's Got Talent. That's, on NBC. The big moment was when Simon Cowell hit the golden buzzer, put her straight through to the finals, basically. And she had this incredible story of battling cancer. I mean, I have her GoFundMe page up right here. She was given 3 to 6 months to live. She had tumors all over her body. And then she beat cancer. And then she found out that it came back. And so she performed an original song about being strong and having strength, the beauty of life. Fans went crazy. I mean, she has 700,000 followers on Instagram. She said it was like the moment of her life. She was so just blessed to have this opportunity. But during that AGT episode, she talked to the judges and said that she only had a 2% chance of beating this cancer. So then earlier this week, I was scrolling through, I started following her. I was one of her Instagram followers, and I saw she had posted, like within minutes, I saw that she had posted that the cancer battle is just taking too much of a toll on her, that she wouldn't be able to go to the finals, that she had to end her run on AGT, just because of the illness that she's facing and the treatments, and her health took a turn for the worse. So that's when we started to see just an outpouring of support. She's been on national media outlets, people all over the country, if not the world, just showing their support, giving her well wishes, praying for her health, and also donating to a GoFundMe account. So that's what I was on, just getting, she penned it herself. So if you want to hear her story straight from her, she's just hoping that the same cancer treatments that saved her life earlier, when she only had 3 to 6 months to live, help again. And she says that it pains me again to ask for money, but I ask as Moses did when he needed water. So I know, right? So at this point, she had a goal of $30,000. She's up to $385,000.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's Jane Marcheski. She goes by Nightbirde, in case we didn't mention her name already. And it's just heartbreaking. And I think what everybody can, what's so inspiring about her, and what is really drawing people to her as a performer and as a person, was that the lyrics in her song, that her whole attitude so positive and so hopeful. And you see this amazing moment where she just said that she felt blessed. She's not, I see the way she writes and the way she's interacting with fans, and she's not a fame seeker. You know, she loves her art. This is how she comes across. She loves her art. She's in this battle of a lifetime. And I think that's what's touching so many people about her.
I think the one thing that, again, I said this the last time we talked about her, but that really touched me about her is how, you know, it seems like the judges were kind of like thrown off when they asked her if she was okay. She's like, yeah. And they were like, well, how's the cancer? And she said, well, no, it's returned. And she named all the parts of her body. And they're like, oh, well,
yeah, it's here. I have it too. Because it's
where the cancer
I mean,
was.
It was like, I don't want to get it wrong. I mean, it was like liver.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, where does she put it? I forget. Okay.
Well, while you're looking at that,
it, I mean, it's like major organs.
Yeah. And she was, you know, so they looked and they were like surprised and were like, so you're not okay. And she just kind of like smiled with her essence. And she's like, well, you know, I just want people to know that I'm much more than the bad things that happened to me. And that was like, and I mean, she got a standing ovation for that. I mean, and that was even before she sang.
Yeah. And so it's in her lungs, spine, and liver. I knew it was liver. And I was trying to remember. I mean, when I heard spine, that's just, I mean, that's so difficult. I always.
Mo, you said yesterday, I think you mentioned it. They were saying like, she mentioned she still has a chance, how she described it. They're like, well, it's 1 in 2 chances. And she's like,
I have a 2% chance, but the way I see it, that's still a chance.
Yep. And
so,
even on
that's the most powerful thing.
Right. And the story we just had, you know, on there that you're looking at, Mo, she says, I believe my story is far from over and I just need a little more to get through to the other side. I'm just like, that attitude is amazing. So some of the quotes that we are pulling out from.
What we haven't even mentioned is just how beautiful her voice is too. If you haven't had a chance, Google it, listen to her sing her song. I mean, she's got an incredible.
Gives you the chills.
Oh my,
like literally.
And she's beautiful too. Like it's, you know, just, it's like her beauty just radiates, you know, through her music. And like you watch her interviews and she's just a calming, beautiful spirit. So,
and I think the moment that got everybody too was she tells her story on AGT and everybody says, yes, you're a yes, you're a yes. And they get to Simon Cowell. He goes, I'm not going to just say yes, or I'm not going to say no.
I'm not going to send you through.
I'm not going to send you through. And Sofia Vergara's face was like, you're the devil. And he goes, and then he hits that golden buzzer and she drops to her knees. I mean, it was such a great moment. And, you know, I think that's going to live in AGT history.
I think her story is going to be pretty amazing. Even I'm thinking about Robin too. I'm like, those are 2 people that I know. They're just some fighters.
Yeah, Robin Swoboda.
Robin Swoboda. We announced yesterday that her breast cancer has returned. She is for those of you maybe like, well, who's Robin Swoboda? If you're like not from Cleveland, she, as Dave was like, on the Mount Rushmore of Cleveland anchors is Robin Swoboda, and she's as a former anchor here at Channel 3. So our thoughts and prayers are with her as well as with Nightbirde, who is from Zanesville, I believe. From Ohio. And so we're with them in Ohio. And who else are we with Ohio? Who's bringing back a gold medal to Ohio? Katie Najat. Dave, that was so exciting yesterday watching her.
Yeah, maybe the highlight of the Olympics so far for all of us here in Ohio and from Cleveland. How about that? I mean, to have the local girl, I mean, just go to Tokyo and get it done in the way she did it. It was actually happening right about this time yesterday when it was live. And then, of course, they replay it later. But and then on our show on Go yesterday morning, how exciting was that to have basically the whole town of Olmsted Township, Olmsted Falls. They were at a bar and a community center and everyone was there cheering her on live. So it's Katie Najat of Olmsted Falls. And the excitement we had on our show yesterday, just watching the reactions, because you couldn't see what was happening. as we were
There was a
watching
lot
the
of
reaction.
mimosas, I heard.
That's right. Yeah.
Jasmine, that is what I
keyed
keyed in on too. I'm with you on
I
that
heard
one.
I was at the wrong story, Dave.
You were. That's right. Will got the good story yesterday there. But so it was a slow start, though. That's the thing. I mean, she missed her first 2 jumps and had to hit the next one at 4.5. She gets through at 4.7, struggled a little bit, but then she gets to 4.9, and that's where she shines and gets it on her second attempt and ends up taking home the gold. And, you know, it's quite a story for her. She's 30 years old. You know, and I don't know if you guys know this, we haven't talked about it on the air, but, you know, she's ready for 2020, just like everyone else. It gets pushed to 2021. She got coronavirus, lost her sense of taste and smell, and that hurt her workouts. She had a lot of headaches and she had to deal with that. So she had a lot to overcome to finally get to that pivotal moment to shine and reach the, the gold medal. So she went to Ashland University, and she just talked about it as a kid. And I think about this with my kids. I keep telling them, you need to watch more of this stuff because, you know, that's where dreams come true, right? Katie Najat watched the Olympics when she was young and said, I want to do that. So she went and did it and ends up getting gold medal. So congratulations to her.
Well, I want a gold medal. Is it too late, Dave? Is that how it works?
You have a gold jacket. You wore that ugly Steelers jacket.
Who won the game yesterday,
Good
Dave?
one,
I
Dave.
really don't know. Who won yesterday, Dave?
But the Browns weren't on the field. That's
it
going
was
to
a
be the last
preseason
win they
game.
get in Northeast Ohio. Well,
if they would have lost, this would have been the headline to this Facebook Live. But since they won, it's just a sideline.
Hey,
It's a sidebar.
I'm not going to take credit for this, but Nick Camino said last night it will be their only win in Ohio this year.
Okay. All right. I guess I got to send Nick an email.
Yes, send Nick an email.
If you're wondering.
Just leave the golden jacket on his desk, Jasmine.
I will. Jasmine is originally from Pittsburgh, so if you're like
originally, I am from Pittsburgh.
Well,
Original.
No, because
you're one of us now.
You started to claim Cleveland, so okay.
I didn't claim Cleveland. I hopped on the bandwagon. I
didn't talk about with the Browns. You did say on air we have it that Cleveland.
We're getting flags down.
So
Jasmine, you're one of us now.
Yep. So Mo and Dave are going to hop off, but I do want to end this because why Jasmine is at a store, not because she loves shopping, but because she's going to help you save some money.
Jasmine, you handle this.
So Mo and Dave,
she's shopping for shoes right now.
I am. Dave, what do you need? What do the girls need? Just let me know.
We just got them some new kicks, so we're good.
Okay.
I'll take something. Surprise me.
All right.
Tax-free weekend, Jasmine. What's going on with that?
All right. See you, Dave. Okay. So any item or clothing priced at $75 or less, any item or school supplies priced at $20 or less, or any item of the school instructional materials priced at $20. This is what is supposed to happen this weekend. It's happening starting today. This morning, we're live at Great Northern Mall. This is a mall that I do love to shop at. It's right here, right off, I think that's 71, 480.
480, yeah, 480.
So 480, yes, and in North Olmsted. And honestly, when I tell you about this mall, I want to show you guys something that I love this morning. It's this little mini fridge. So it heats and it cools. And just take a look at this. Remember, Danielle, when we went to college, we had those gigantic refrigerators that was probably as big as that box.
Right, the box.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's smaller now. And then take a look at the bedspread, all of these things. I had no idea, Dillard's has all of these, the nice fancy stuff. You have Kate Spade, notebooks, notepads, backpacks. We have rugs, carpets, and fluffy, everything fluffy, pens, pencils, clothing. This morning we had a fashion show. I do want to mention, if you guys are coming out here this weekend, which you should, you want to take advantage of these deals this weekend. Here at Dillard's, they will be having right outside of the door, they'll have a fashion show at 2 p.m. tomorrow. You don't want to miss that. And you can win some good stuff, some raffles. You want to come out here this weekend. So don't miss it. Have some fun, enjoy, and leave mom and dad alone. kids. Just leave them alone after this weekend.
Tax-free weekend. We have all of the information on WKYC.com because certain items this weekend will qualify for tax-free. So you don't have to pay sales taxes on them. So save some money there because, you know, we've been talking all week about surveys showing that people are spending a lot more on back to school items. Yep.
They broke a record this year.
Right. And they're actually not even, they're planning to go into stores this year as a, you know, different than last year. We're still in the pandemic, but remember to make sure you bring your mask because a lot of stores are now requiring masks too. So Jasmine's all ready. All righty. Well, we thank you for joining us for this On The Go post show. We'll see you Monday morning starting at 4:30 a.m. on Go. But Jasmine, you're doing Sunday, right?
Yeah, join me on Sunday.
Yeah, so hang out with Jasmine and the weekend